Okay, we're back. We are going to continue with the next subsection, 1.13, a little bit history on the operating system. So this is just a little bit on the history of operating system. So we started way back in 1945, where we used to have vacuum tubes and plug boards. These are hardware. These are hardwares whereby the screens were in a form of vacuum tubes. You don't have the flat screens like now. You have those big tubes, TV, which have a big semicircle behind the TV. So those are the kinds of hardware that you used to have those days in 1945. And then we don't have software as how we have, and then that's what they say. There's no operating systems. So it was more of a mechanical machine language systems that you used to have. And then moving on, the second generation was between 1955. We have transistors. Again, these are hardware. We have punch card systems, whereby the systems will have will be in the form of punch cards, and then you have a special language already by then, and the systems were done on batch system. What this batch system means is the process is done in a certain batch. That means it's not done individually, it's done in a batch system. That means all of the processes are gathered together and then it's processed at once. It is not processed individually. For example, like when you post a letter in the post box, even if you post at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, the postman will only come at a certain point in time, which is 3 o'clock. So it's only picked up at 3 o'clock and processed. So same as the operating system in 1955, it's done in a batch format. But by this time, universities have already spent millions in buying computers. So the demand of computers was there at that time already. Moving on, 1965, we have ICs already, integrated circuits, or circuits joined, and you can have multi-programming. What does multi-programming mean is the computer system can already run multiple programs at one point in time, and you have a time sharing system. What is time sharing system? You have few users connected to one personal computer, one operating system, and each user is given a certain portion of time. So within the certain portion of time, the user can use the system and process the data or whatever not. And you also have spooling. What does spooling means? Spooling means that the process can be left at one side and it can be processed while the user can do something else. For example, a simple example is when you are printing something, and let's say you're printing about 50 pages. So before the printer prints, the data will be spooled in a certain location, which is in your PC, and once it's done processing that, the papers will be going out to the hardware to be processed. However, if suddenly the printer, say, finish paper or runs out of ink, so the data is passed back to the operating system and is being kept under a format, under a process called spooling. It's just waiting for something else to be happening. It's waiting for the printer to come again, and then it will start processing. Okay, so these are the types of operating system which was available in about 1965. And then we move on to 1980s, where we have more high-speed technology, we have more better PCs, and we have Windows and Mac and so on. So these are the latest ones. Okay, and as you can see, from 1945 right up to 1980, the price of computer systems was getting cheaper and cheaper. So now it's even more cheaper. Now we move on to 1.14, where we talk about certain types of operating system. So we have the personal computer, which all of you are familiar with a good graphical user interface, GUI. Examples is single user because only one user can access the personal computer or the operating system. So the most best example I can use of an operating system is the Windows and Mac operating system. Next, we also have what we say as the batch processing system. So what is a batch processing system? A batch processing operating system is it's collected, all the transactions are collected, and it's stored and it's only processed at a certain point of time. For example, let's say our phone bill. Okay, our phone bill is what we say as a batch operating system. Okay, whereby each time we make a phone call, we do not get the bill. We only get the bill at the end of the month. So that particular, let's say in Maxis, the batch operating system only starts processing individual calls at the end of the month. Okay, it collects all the calls, only then it will process. It does not process on a day-to-day basis. So this is a special kind of operating system which only starts processing at a certain point of time. Next, we move on to time sharing. Time sharing can be classified as a multi-user system, as they enable multiple user access to a computer to sharing of time. So this is, you can imagine that you are in an organization, you have only one PC, but this PC is a really good PC, that means it has a big RAM and a big processor and so on. But you share this system with multiple users, multiple people like us. So each user is given a certain portion of time, upon which once your time is done, you have to release that system and you cannot use that system anymore. Next, we also have the interactive operating system, whereby user can directly interact with the operating system, and the user will receive the results immediately. So an example of what we say interactive operating system is the phone. The phone is what we say is the interactive operating system, whereby if you press something, immediately you get a response. So this is what it means by an interactive operating system, whereby the user can directly interact. There is no form of what you say. There is no form of you have to type a certain command or anything. No, it's just an interactive. When you press a button, you get a response immediately. Next, we move on to a real-time operating system. So a real-time operating system, RTOS, are used to control machinery, scientific instruments, industrial systems. There is typically very little user interface. Resources are managed so that a particular operation executes precisely at the very same time. So this is an example of a system. I think you have seen this MRI machine in the hospital, whereby this is a real-time operating system. The user, it's an operating system. It only does one process. Okay, and it does a specific task. It cannot do multiple tasks. For example, the personal computer, it can do multiple tasks. You can type certain documents, you can listen to music, you can process something, you can watch the web, you can watch the internet, you can watch movies and so on and so forth. However, in a real-time operating system, it only does a particular process. Okay, in this case, in medical field, it only does one. Another form of example is when you go, let's say you are in the supermarket, you pay by your your debit card at the terminal. So that terminal is known as a real-time operating system. The operating system which is inside that terminal where you pay your credit card is using a real-time operating system, whereby it only does a certain task, which is using your debit card. Okay, a hybrid operating system is a combination of a batch and interactive. As you can see, I put an operation theater here. This is a very sophisticated operation theater, whereby a user can interact directly with the system here or the system here, automatically at a certain point of time. The machine will release oxygen to the patient and so on. So that's also batch operating system. And next we have the famous one, the embedded operating system, configured for a certain purpose. Okay, this is what we say embedded. It's embedded inside your operating system, sorry, inside your phone, and you can use it for certain purpose. And now, embedded operating system can do multiple tasks. You can make phone calls, you can surf the net, you can take pictures, you can use it as what you say, as a torchlight, so many things. Okay, so that is what it is embedded. Okay, the operating system is already embedded and configured for a special purpose. Okay, that's all from myself today. So we have covered operating system chapter 1.1, and I hope you all listen to this video. Please give your comments down at the YouTube section. I need every one of you to give a comment, and I will look at these comments. So if you have viewed this YouTube channel, this YouTube video, thank you very much, and inshallah we will meet again on next Monday. Yeah, next Monday at the same time. Maybe this time I will do a video call with all of you. Okay, thank you very much. Don't forget to put down the comment somewhere down here. Make sure you put your comment down, or because I will consider that as the attendance for today. Okay, I want all of you to watch this video, and I will consider each comment as one attendance for today. All right. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you on